Hi everybody, Russ from the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, if not blustery and windy. Anyway, hope you're all safe and well. Stay safe, stay in. Don't forget it. Sorry, my microphone sounds awful. I do apologise. So it's absolutely... I'm going to turn it down. Let me turn my mic down a bit. I do apologise. It's bloody awful at the moment. Don't know what's up with it. Anyway, hope everyone is safe and well today. Hope everyone is safe and well. Hope everyone is staying safe and staying in. And yeah, it's windy out there, guys. It's windy out there today, isn't it? Very windy out there indeed. It is very raspy. I do apologise. I don't know what's going on today with this. I don't know what's going on at all, but I do apologise. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's Friday. We've done another week. Congratulations, everybody. Let me just listen quickly. That's a bit. Oh, that's better. That sounds a bit better. It sounds a bit better. It sounds better now. I've just turned it down a little bit. It sounds a bit better. Anyway, so good afternoon to Iron. Hope you're well. Ludders, hope you're well. Mike, hope you're well. Eventually, I went out Bonanza 3 in one day. Thought you were going to say that the mic was picking up the wind. I could have used it as an excuse, couldn't I? Could use it as an excuse. I could have done Ludders. So, in terms of what we've got coming up this week, in terms of today and the rest of the week, that type of thing. So we should have Anton will be around for the press conference a bit later on. So that'll be very, very soon, probably about 3 o'clock-ish, 4 o'clock, something like that. And then Marcel, and then Anton's going to be doing the preview show for the Newcastle game tonight. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. Probably more like 9 o'clock. And then Anton will be around for the watch along tomorrow. Early start. It's lucky I checked. Because I didn't realise it was an early start until the other day. If you have a bit of spare time today, can I suggest possibly listening to Bill Gardner we had on yesterday doing a My Hammers 11. Really good episode with Bill. Lovely guy. And it was a very good My Hammers 11, I thought. Very good. I thought it was very good. So check that out. And also, while we're here, I just wanted to say, Eddie Bovington, obviously 1964 FA Cup winner, he's having a pacemaker fitted today, so I believe. So hopefully, wish Eddie all the best. With that. So, and hopefully I'll see him for a pie and mash soon. So that'll be good. Anyway, let's have a look. So we've got Anton's in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Anton. Hope you're well, my friend. Nice to see you. Will the game be on with all this wind? Who knows? I mean, there's the... let me take off a picture of Eddie. There we go. I mean, by all accounts, I think Newcastle were going to fly down, and now they're not. Or something like that. It's a bit weird at the moment. So I think they were planning to fly down, but it looks like they're going to maybe get the train, or they're going to coach it down. So that's good for us, surely. But we'll see what happens there. Let's have a quick look through. See what else we got. Gary, hope you're well. Oi, says Mandy. Oi, indeed. Mark, hope you're well. So what I wanted to do was, obviously, at the moment we've got, obviously, we're looking forward to the summer. In terms of potentially this could be the biggest squad rebuild process since, I would suggest, non-relegation squad rebuild for my lifetime. Obviously a lot of players some retiring, sadly, some are out of contract, some are going out. They were in loan, and we might not bring their loan deals in. We'll wait and see what happens. So there's a lot of potential out there in terms of needing to rebuild. So for me, I still did something a few weeks ago. I did something a few weeks before that, looking at the transfer market, looking at the summer free transfer market. Now, when we say free, we don't mean free because we know we have to pay the money in terms of the signing on fee. But there's loads of people out there. There's a lot of people out there. Now, obviously, a few of them have actually gone since we last had the conversation in terms of off the list. Nicolas Soul, for example, he has signed for Borussia Dortmund, which I was really gutted about because I quite like him as a player. I thought it would be really good fun. but hey, Borussia Dortmund need all the help they need, don't they? In defensively, having lost 4-2 to Rangers yesterday. So no, I feel good. So let's have a look. So this is the list we've got so far. This is the list we have so far in terms of free transfers. Now, for the purposes of today, I have taken out. I've just highlighted, just taken David Brooks out, obviously, because he's out of contract, but obviously he's currently battling cancer at the moment. So I've sort of greyed him out. But you can see there's lots and lots and lots of potential there. There's lots of some really interesting people there. There's obviously, you've got your Mbappes, you've got your Paul Pogbas, you've got your Dybalas, you've got, obviously Rudiger. A lot of people, these are having transfer in terms of contract negotiations at the moment. So Mbappe, in the papers today, could be the first ever £1 million a week player, potentially. I think I'm right in saying that. But there's people who we've been obviously linked with, in likes of Kamara, Ginter, Tarkowski, obviously Lingard and various others. So what I thought I would do is good shout, Zakaria, he's signed for Juventus, I want to say. So what I've done is I've basically taken out anyone who's over the age of 30 firstly, to make that a bit easier for people, because I've just seen £1 million a week. I know, it's mental, isn't it? Absolutely chicken oriental. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So £1 million. Could you imagine? £1 million. I'll take that a year. I'll take that a year, Anton. I'm not greedy. So once you've done that, and then what I've done is I've had a quick look through and said, realistically, we're not gonna, I'm not expecting Mbappe and Pogba and Dybala, Dybala playing just behind Mbappe at the London Stadium next year. So I've sort of taken out and left the sort of realistic ones. So and there's some good players. Obviously there's a lot of people that we've obviously been linked with as well, people like obviously Ben Diaz, we've got Nketiah, Nicholas Stark. I remember particularly still when we were linked with Randall Kolo Umani, Money, that's how you pronounce their name, I think, from the French league. And then I thought, do you know what? I could put an 11 together here. I could put an 11. Let's have a go. So I did. And that's my 11 with subs, not a full sub bench. But you could actually make, I know there's a little bit of poetic license here in terms of Schlupp, because he's sort of not really a left back. But I mean, there are left backs in the, in the sort of free transfer market. But they're over the age of 30. So, obviously Sam Johnson in goal. We've got a back four of Mazzarori from Ajax, and Ginter and Zagadou, Push Pineapples, Shake a Tree, and Schlupp, Kamara, Tolisso in the middle. Obviously Kamara we were linked with from Marseille. Tolisso's a phenomenal player from Bayern Munich. And then I've gone for a free midfield. They sort of get to the West Ham sort of formation with Origi, with Lingard and Carl Larin, who we've been speaking about very highly recently. Great player. And Belotti up front with subs on the bench. Tarkowski, you've got Stark, you've got Diaz, Nketiah, Januzaj and Strala Kalsha. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Who's a goalkeeper. Now, obviously, this is just my list. I know. I mean, I've just seen it. I know I put Tarkowski on the bench. I know I put him on the bench. And I know Kessie, we were linked with him a long time ago, but I think it's a long shot. But I mean, Kent's gone with Tarky, Lingard, Origi, Kamara and Johnston. I think that's a good shout from the free list for me. Kamara, Belotti, Lingard and Ginter. I totally agree. Not a great list. Simmons are looking for bargains. I think it is, Mandy. I think it is a good list, to be honest. Can we have the Waitrose list? No, we're not. We're not going for the Paul Pogbas and the Dybalas, and we haven't got £1 million a week to spend on someone like Mbappe. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. This, and I know for the purposes of, I've just put the shirt numbers. I know we retire number 6 shirt, but there's a squad there. So it's one of those things where I think we're worried about how many players who are going to be we have to bring in. There's a whole raft of players there who we could potentially bring in on a free transfer. I mean, what would be interesting? I mean, I know a few people have said it in the chat already, but if we had to look at, if I bring up that list again. realistically, if you had to pick 4, I know Kent's done, and I know if you had to pick, say, 4 or 5 out of that list, who would you pick? Who would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat, and we can see if we all agree. See if we can agree with that. Let's see who we've got in the chat as well. Let me go to that one so I can see everybody. Hi, welcome. As I said, Anton's going to be on later on to do the preview and also the press conference as well today. So it's going to be a busy day for Anton today, I think. We have to think about a wage structure. You're totally right, Mandy, when looking at free transfers. We certainly do. Obviously, we have, I think, is it profit to something, I think I can't remember what it's called, but I think we're at 67%, aren't we, in terms of our wage bill to our profit, which is we can't go above 70. I think UEFA say that. So if in terms of being in the Europa competitions, Everton obviously I think at 90%, as I said before. I mean, Gio did a show about it a couple of months, I think it was in January. Check it out, it's a really, really good show. Any decent freebies will go to bigger and better clubs than us, especially as we all know realistically won't get in Europe next season. Peter, ye of little faith, my friend. I'm sure we are going to be in European football because we win the Europa League, innit? Win the Europa League and go straight into the Champions League. Sorted. Mike's gone for Lingard, Kamara, Tarkowski, Origi. That seems to be a common theme. James has gone for Lingard, Origi, Johnson and Shah. Nice. Okay. Fabian Shah. Realistic without being greedy. No, I like that. I appreciate that. Are we paying all of Areola's 138? I'd be surprised if we are. I'll be surprised. I don't know, to be honest. Obviously, he's technically the club's top earner, really, if you're looking at each individual contract. But yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Mark's gone for Lingard, Kesse. He's gone for Johnston. Carvalho's not on this list, actually. He's not on this list at the moment. I think because that was Transfer Market today. Literally, I went on Transfer Market today, and he wasn't on that list. Interestingly enough, but we'll see. Origi, Lingard, Tarkowski, Kamara. It seems the same 4 or 5. It seems a group of 5 people. He's not. He wasn't on Transfer Market, actually. That's what I said, David. He wasn't on the Transfer Market list today. I wonder. I don't know. And same as the West Ham players, like Ben Johnson wasn't on there. Ben Johnson's out of contract and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. So I mean, obviously Carvalho is a fantastic player, but the chances are I think he's going to Liverpool by the looks of it. Only way we get to Euros if we write a song, says Peter. Origi and Jesse would give us a boost and affordable. Fair play. Yeah, fair play. Let's go full screen. Any more comments? I think someone mentioned. Let me go up to the back. At the top of what we've got. Simon, good afternoon to you. Hope you're well. Bill's episode was one of the best that's been on Russ. It's been on Russ quality. Thank you, Kent. And you know your stuff. If anyone knows football and anyone knows my Hammers 11 interviews, it's Kent. He's seen every single one of them, so I appreciate that. That's very, very considerate of you. Right, what we've got here, we've got. I think players with extension clauses aren't included. Possibly. We've got here, why would we look to sign a new goalkeeper if we haven't given Areola a chance to start a few games in the Prem? Sometimes Fabs just looks at the ball as if it goes into the net. Wasted talents, TBH. I love Fabs, but by the way, no disrespect to him. I like that, Mike. Why are we doing this? But I still love Fabs. I appreciate that. Johnston, if we're not signing Areola and Perm, I think that's Kamara, not Kahala, to replace Declan when we sell him. Stell's the voice of reason today. Belotti, because we need a striker. Stark or Tarkowski at centre-back, then just buy a left-back. It's that simple, isn't it? It's that simple, isn't it, still? It is indeed. No, I totally agree. I think, out of that list, I totally agree. I think Johnston, I've always liked Kamara. I've always liked Stark. I think I'd rather have Ginter over Stark, personally. But, I mean, they're very much a muchness, to be honest. I really like Zagadou, because I just think he's got the name already. He's got the song. You know, Zagadou, do, push pineapple, grind coffee to the left, to the right, jump up and down to your knees. Come on, jump every night to the moonlight melody. PCADS has gone with Stark, Johnston, Lingard and Gross. Pascal Gross from Brighton, that's it. Here he is. He still loves it. He loves it. Like the young keeper at Leeds. I think I think I was always, when we play Leeds, Moyes always makes a point of talking about Meslier. He's a good guy, he's a good goalkeeper, but I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Leeds in terms of. I mean, I was reading today about Bielsa. Will he stay at Leeds? They're already lining up replacements, but he always signs a 1-year contract. So it's almost like during the summer they don't really know whether he's going to sign. He doesn't commit to long contracts. Throw Origi in there too, so still. Ben and Carvalho under 24, so you would get a fee of sorts. You certainly would do. You would still get a fee in terms of the tribunal. Lingard, Carvalho, Johnston, Kamara, Origi, and Zagadou. Zagadoo push pineapple, grind coffee. Watch out, Bidil's about. That's probably because of their age. Yeah, it is indeed. Afternoon Gaza, Mandy, Kent, and all. Stel says hello to everybody. It's nice to see. Steve, don't worry about don't worry about the spelling. We know what you mean. You're there in spirit. That's what I mean. Hey, Stel, indeed. So as I said, so we'll have the press conference on today. I'm surprised my internet hasn't knocked out, to be honest, because of this store at the moment. It dropped out once already, so I'm surprised I've managed 18 minutes on my internet. I put 50p in the meter and everything. So we've got that. We've also got the preview show. The preview show is on tonight. I want to say, if Anton's in the chat, I believe it's tonight. Well, it better be, because we kick off at 12:30 tomorrow. Early start for the button tomorrow. Very early start for the button tomorrow, unfortunately. Yes. I was looking forward to a nice line this weekend. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. How about Rangers thumping Dortmund? Good result for us. It is, if we want to play Dortmund, if we want to play Rangers. Great. I mean, was it 4-2? 4-2? I mean, it's interesting looking at it. And actually, when we interviewed Bill yesterday, he made a really good point, actually. He's talking about the Europa League stuff, and he says, no, luck, we're going to get someone like Russia, we're going to get like Zenit St. Petersburg, and then have to turn around a visa in a matter of 2 weeks or something like that to get into Russia or something. So, I mean, we have the second round next week, and then we'll be doing the draw. I think it's the Friday. I want to say Friday the 27th or something like that. I think, on top of my head, I think so. So that'll be there. We're doing a live stream as well with that, so it'll be very, very good. Tarkovsky agents stir up interest. I think we're going to. If they're rebuilding, West Ham shouldn't sign anyone over 25. Fair play, PCADs, but I think there's some. But then we were all wanting Lingard to sign. He's 29. Tarkowski's 29 as well. They're probably 30, I think, by the time if we signed them. If we sign anyone who has a good game against us, we should have 300 players. Indeed. You got the Huddersfield Town guy. That was out. That story was yesterday, wasn't it? There's loads. I mean, Stel tries to do as many. He doesn't like doing the transfers, but he'll give you a few stories in the weekly. And we thought we'd do like 3 transfer stuff rather than do a transfer news stuff, because it's a bit early. It's a bit early for us. The Dragowski story is old, says Stella. Says Stella. There we go. Would love Rangers in the next round. I bet we get Zenit. That's what I think. Or I shot the sheriff. That's my name. That's my title, my thumbnail for the match day preview now already. Stella, you've got it. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the. Oh, it's got to be someone who sounds like deputy. But anyway, I'd like to play Rangers. Barcelona would be nice. Wouldn't mind Napoli or Barca. I want Barcelona, but we'll see. Yeah, next Friday, the draw. We're doing that live, hopefully, as well. Friday 25th. Thank you, Glenn, as well. Probably. But we can dream. We can dream. Can we imagine those nutty Scots in Westfield? Oh, God, it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? A nightmare. I mean, Anton wants us to play Rangers, obviously, because it's less of a commute for him, and he might be able to get to that game and back before it being like midnight. Rumours are we're looking at Huddersfield guys to replace Declan. Real Madrid reportedly going to offer us €140. Only €140? That seems quite cheap. That's about 120 quid, isn't it? And only €450 a week. God, what's that? 300 quid a week? I think you meant to put the thousands on Ironclad. But I mean, I mean, but apparently the Huddersfield guy is quite good. So we'll see. Afternoon, Oz. Hope you're well, my friend. If you draw a Russian team, we might meet them halfway and play them in Kiev. Maybe, maybe. But we'll have. Don't forget, because we won the group, our first game will be away. So as you already know, because obviously you can buy your Europa League home ticket already. So it's a lot. At least we know. So if we do have to play anyone like Zenit, I don't know what the turnaround time is for visas, for example. I don't know. I want an easy run in. No Barca. There's no easy games in the Europa League, is there? But don't forget, there's a reason why these teams we're playing them. We could potentially play them because they finished third in the Champions League. So they're not playing. I mean, Barcelona sort of are a shell of themselves at the moment. They really, really are. I mean, look at Rangers turning over Dortmund. That's a real strange result. So, I mean, they're still like Braga. I mean, some people are putting up pictures of the Braga Stadium. There's a massive bank at the back of the Braga Stadium. So if you don't get a ticket, I'm sure you'd probably turn up and you'd probably sit at that bank. Ranger fans will be banned. I don't know. You just don't know. I wouldn't think so, but we'll never see. Does Anton own a kilt? I don't know. Anton, do you own a kilt? That's the question. I don't know. Clubs who reach the final will get 8,000 tickets for free for their most loyal supporters. Indeed, that's what's been told. There's 8,000. Yeah, 8,000 which is ridiculous. So basically, that's what they'll be given for the actual away end and the home end, so to speak. 8,000. That's ridiculous, isn't it, for a European game, a final as well? Got to beat them at some stage if we get any ambition to win it. Very good, Steve. Makes perfect sense. Play Barca in the final, then win Europa. Sounds simple. Leicester had an easy game last night. Leicester are also playing in the WESTHAM. Did they qualify? Or didn't they go into the conference? I can't remember, because I know they weren't going to get in. I've just seen. We're now we're in the red zone. Are we in the red zone now? Oh, that'd be fun. Scores and fixtures yesterday. Leicester. Didn't they play at the conference? I want to say they was in the conference. It might not have been. They were away, weren't they? Where's Leicester gone? Yeah, they're in the Conference League, so they're in the one below us. So they won 4-1 against, not Rangers, but Radiers. Only one letter difference. And they won 4-1 at home, but they're in the one below us. And yet they stopped the away goal rule, which is really annoying for Rangers, isn't it? Really annoying, because obviously 4 away goals as well at Dortmund. But you think, you fancy Rangers at Ibrox. I would, definitely. I was saying we'd be one of the Bs, Braga, Betis, or Barca. Betis obviously being Pellegrini's team. If we end up playing a Greek team like Olympiacos, I'll be told who I'll be supporting. You and Stel both. I'm joking, Stel. But I mean, look, in terms of the scores, Barca and Napoli drew 1-1 yesterday. Dortmund lost 4-2 to Rangers. Sheriff won 2-0 away at home to Braga. Zenit St. Petersburg lost 3-2 to Real Betis. Atalanta beat Olympiacos 2-1. Porto beat Lazio 2-1. Leipzig drew 2-2 with Real Sociedad. And Sevilla won 3-1 at home to Zagreb. Obviously, they have to now play the reverse fixture next week, and then we'll see. Beat them in the final, though. Let the Giants knock each other out, then we'll beat the last man standing and get into the Champions League next year. Simple, Oz. Simple. Leicester gave tickets away for the game last night. My mate was invited to a pre-match forum and got a free VIP ticket in return. Well, I mean, I'm not being funny, but it's like Europa Conference. But I don't disagree with that. If they can't sell that game out, or if it's not selling well. I mean, bloody Celtic lost 3-1 to they were called Bodo Glimt or something like that. A very strange name. So I don't mind that. I think it's quite a good idea, because at least it means you'll get people are going to go in. They're going to buy a hot dog, buy some popcorn, buy a program. They'll buy a scarf, and so although you've got them in for free, they'll be spending 20-30 quid in the stadium anyway. I don't think it's a bad idea. Barca can't hit the backside of a cow with a banjo last night. Fair enough. Afternoon, Rich. Hope you're well. Gaza, and me, AEK is my Greek team. I haven't got a Greek team. Never really had a Greek team. Never really thought about it. No chance of meeting them. Yep, because they're not in. You're not going to play because they're not in the next rounds. That's true. Watch West Ham score a bunch of away goals and then get screwed by the change in the. Exactly. It's the equivalent of VAR, isn't it? It's the equivalent of VAR. Yeah, I think it's strange they banned the away goals rule because I just think. But it's the same as like in the FA Cup, isn't it? You know, when they sort of the whole replays thing. I mean, that Kidderminster game, that would have been phenomenal if Kidderminster. I know, you know, in terms of what happened, but you know, if Kidderminster had got like a replay or whatever, it would have set them up for life. My Greek team is Slovakia FC. Indeed. Yep, still you can imagine, and we'd be protesting about that, wouldn't we? We'd be protesting about the lack of away goals. Thank God they can't, as we've had enough animal cruelty today. There we go, fair enough. I mean, you know, in terms of that, as I said, the draw's next Friday. I mean, it's one of those things where, and actually to preview a show for anyone who's a member, we're doing our first members only show next week, and I know I've seen the sort of the agenda, and one of them is, you know, across, and we'll be talking about it more within the members show itself, but you know, obviously we're still in the Europa League, we're still in the FA Cup, we're pushing for, you know, a top, I'll take a top 6 place. When does it become a priority? When do we start prioritising? We haven't seemed to prioritise. We seem to play, you know, we try and put out our strongest squad each game, bar one or two issues with players. When do we start going, well, we need to rest players for this game because we've got a last round of 32 coming up, you know, last round 16 coming up, or quarterfinals of the FA Cup? Because that's going to be a real balancing act, particularly with a small squad. We all know we've got a small squad. So I just think it's got to be a point. Is it the quarterfinals you start prioritising? Is it, you know, at the semis you start prioritising? I don't know. These European cups are a joke. Knocked out from Champions League, going to Europa. Knocked out from there. Knocked out from the conference. Get onto that. The FA Cup, get knocked out. They're going to a vase. Go for a Cypriot team. A team in Paralimni, where a claret and blue after West Ham donated a kit to them. Wow, that's really interesting. But there's those types of stories all over the world, isn't there? It's like Notts County, wasn't it? Notts County and Juventus, and that's why they sometimes wear a pink kit, because they asked Nottingham Forest. They went to the wrong Nottingham club to borrow a kit, and then all the dye went pink, and so that's why they sometimes wear a pink away kit. The Corinthian Casuals in the UK, of which Bill Gardner's son is the highest appearances. He has the most amount of appearances for the Corinthian Casuals. He's just about to hit 500 or something like that. But they went to Brazil and ended up setting up the Corinthians in Brazil. I love all those stories. It's just so interesting. If you get knocked out of the Europa, do you go to the Papa John's? Well, you could do, and then what happens is you forget that one of your players is already banned, and you get knocked out of the Papa John's. There we go. Afternoon, Steve. Hope you're well, my friend. When we get knocked out of the Europe and the FA Cup, but then it'll be too late for top 6. Indeed. Can we still get loan players in? No. Nah, we can't. We can't. No, we couldn't. We can still. I think we can still loan them out. I think we still can loan them out but we can't get them in unless it's emergency loans. I think, isn't it, the emergency loans thing? Some people will know more better than me, but no, that's it. We're done now. Apart from free transfers, really. For a small club, we're still pretty massive. We certainly are. Lauren, good evening, good afternoon to you. I see the roof has been ripped off the O2 Arena. Really? O2 Google O2 Arena roof. Let's have a look. Bloody hell, it's like someone's got a knife and gone. That's mental. Do you think Moyes rests players before Europa? I don't think he has yet, but the only time he's rested them is when we had the kids for the last, but we'd already qualified. So it was it was the right thing to do, possibly. But no, I don't know. I think it depends who we. I mean, we can't take anyone lightly, can we, in terms of the next round? Because they've got through to the last 16, so they've got to be of either, they've got to have got through, and they've got to have won a 2-legged match against, whether they are the second place in the Europa League or someone from the Champions League. They're going to be a decent standard, so we'll see what happens. I'm late like Stel. Stel wasn't late. Stel turned up, actually, and to Stel's credit, he turned up. He was in the chat, and Anton as well. We had all three of us. Would Tevez do a job? No. I think he's a bit old, 37 now, isn't he? We can only get emergency loans for goalkeepers. There we go. Interesting to know. Everyone's talking to each other. I see the roof as been ripped off the London Stadium. No. Oh, let's have a look. I think you just made that one up. Google London Stadium. Well, that's not ripped because that's roof. I'm just looking. I don't think so. I think that's a lie. If Bonzana went for a walk today, would they get blown by the wind? Imagine seeing them floating. Did you see the one with the what was it called? The wheelie bin flying in the air? Mental. Keep telling Stel it starts now before. It's like always when you tell your wife, "Oh, we're going out at 8," but you're going out at 9, but you tell her an hour later. So yeah, no, I know. Even when Stel's not presenting, he's still the butt of the jokes, isn't he? I do, and I feel sorry for Stel. Obviously, myself and Stel will be at the supporters club after the games tomorrow to do. If you're at the supporters club, make sure you say, "Oh, come over and have a chat." We'll be doing the post-match analysis of the Newcastle game, which will be on the highlights show after Anton's been doing the watch along. Wind permitting. As I said, by the sounds of it, by listening to Eddie Howe's pre-match interview in terms of his press conference today, they were planning to fly down, but obviously it'd only take them 5 minutes, wouldn't it? Really, just put the plane out, just go straight down here. But I think the chances are they're going to be getting a coach. God dear, it's a long way, isn't it? Long way. Can you imagine all those Geordies as well? What time they've got to get up tomorrow? Jeez, crazy stuff. If windy tomorrow, should be interesting. I literally think it's one day and it's going to die straight down. I think it's literally going to die straight down today. It looks like it's going to hit worse in Ormchurch around sort of 3-6 o'clock, and then that's it. And that's it, really. Get some trampolines, roof tiles, and wheelie bins for sale, folks. Indeed. All of them. Wind panel, fence panels. Mrs. Budden, bless her. I've just been watching her trying to tie. We've got those storage boxes with the flappy roof, the lid. And I've just been watching her trying to cable tie them together. Because the roof's just gone like that. She's trying to cable tie the roof. It's very funny. I'm there just laughing at her. I'm telling her I'm on a work call, although she can see I'm actually not, but don't matter. I was concerned about the caravan in my garden. It was not there yesterday. Oh dear. You got new batteries in your watch, whoever you put your bed still. Oh, so rude. It was a present from Devon Bonnie, indeed. Norfolk a bit breezy this morning, but it's now getting stronger. I think it is. I think everyone woke up going, because the news was saying, oh, it's this storm, and it's going to be red, and and everyone woke up going, storm? What storm? That's what basically Joe, it's not windy here. It ain't windy here. And literally, even in the space of 20 minutes, she went, oh, it's a bit windy. It is a bit windy, indeed. But it's what I'm worried about is the dog. She goes out for a wee. I'm going to have to put her on a lead, I think, if she goes, just because she's only a little thing. That wind, whoosh, it'd be I know. So I'm going to have to, because I'm worried, honestly, because she's that little, she might blow off. If 70 miles an hour wind comes through, Christ, you wouldn't know. Windy in Chelmsford, note to self, cut down on the beans. It's good commercial advice for everyone there, Peter. I hope Antonio's cardboard cutout is still standing. Is it still there? Yeah. I wonder if it's... Look, because he hasn't had much of an airing after Leicester, did it? To be honest, the roof has blown away from my neighbour. Oh, the satellite dish. Wow. God dear, the wind might play to Antonio's advantage, making him lightning fast, and then he won't have to shoot as the ball would just fly towards the back of the net. Well, what I'm hoping is if it's a bit windy on the 19th of March, because myself and John Bratomsky are doing we call it a 3-statue walk. The 3-statue walk. Wembley, London Stadium, to the bowling. So if you do have a spare £1 or ever to donate, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much. Because I'm cacking it a little bit now. Yeah, it's only a month to go. It's literally a month tomorrow. There we go. So yeah, so I appreciate if anyone has a little £1 here, a little £1 there to donate. So at least we're doing it for some reason. 8 inches of snow in Detroit last night. Oh, mental. Shouldn't have dishes on the roof, Lauren. Yeah, you should have them in the dishwasher. Should be in the sink, not on the roof. Unbelievable. Will there be a shock tomorrow and Antonio scores? Who knows? Who knows? Put a dog in a lead and call it kites. No, we're not. No. I'm just saying. I'm a bit worried. Yeah, she's at the door and she's like looking to go, and yeah, because she's only a little thing. Bless her. Be careful in Norfolk. Those webbed hands we could catch in the wind. Indeed, the dish has run away with a spoon. Indeed, John is still standing. That's good to see. Be careful when the dog cocks its leg in this way. Yeah, and actually, it's a good point, because although she's a female dog, so she sort of does this sort of laying thing when she's got the toilet. But that's a good point. I don't want to be downwind. Exactly. This started as a free transfer discussion, and then it's quickly moved into the dog pissing in my face. But anyway, that is my that's just the way it goes, really. Antonio's carbohydrate has more chance of scoring than Antonio. Wow. Don't be nasty, Stell. Just being honest, John. Doctor just rang me. I've got to have 3 injections for wind. Really? Is that true? Wow. Oh, for wind, but for wind bird. Okay. Okay, Lauren. Hat-trick for Antonio tomorrow. At least Yarmolenko would have an excuse if he went down in this wind. No dog lipstick in this weather. Well, if Bella did have a dog lipstick, I'll be very surprised, as she's a girl. Anyway, as I said, later on today we're going to have Anton will be doing the press conference. And then, so that'll be around 3 o'clock. He usually does that. And it's an opportunity for you guys to talk about that as well. And then he's doing the preview tonight, I imagine. I think it's tonight he's doing the preview. And then early start tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff at London Stadium. Yeah, what time have I got to get up? It was only yesterday I realised it was a 12:30 kickoff. Could you imagine? Otherwise I'd have got a call. Where the fuck are you? Oh, in bed. God. Early start for me tomorrow, but we'll be doing the watch along. Anton will be doing the watch along. Then after that, we'll be doing the highlight show. Marcel and Steph will be around from the sports club, getting people's views, weather permitting. As you said, if it's a bit windy, don't even be outside. That's for sure. We'll see what it is. What we got here? Can you believe her indoors delivery furniture this morning, February? Oh, in the garage till late spring. Black Country. It's because it's probably on special. It's on sale, isn't it? I can totally sort of believe that, because Mrs. Budden, I think it was Boxing Day, I got a Christmas tree delivered for next Christmas from John Lewis, because she liked one of them so much she wanted another one, and they were like, then you had the Boxing Day, the Christmas Day sale. She bought one, and the next day it was then delivered to us, so, and then put away for a year. So I totally can understand that. Is there a way to send notifications about the next show through emails for us? There isn't, Mandy, at the moment, but we are hopefully we'll be releasing our website. We're doing our websites. It'll be able to launch it, and we might be able to do something with the email, with like setting up newsletters and things like that, and letting people who sign up to the newsletter be notified of, maybe not necessarily the day-to-day shows, but maybe the shows. So if we had like a big guest coming on or something like that, obviously we know that these things very, very in not that far in advance, but hopefully we could then email and you guys would know. To be honest, most of the stuff we do is quite formulaic, in terms of we know the day before a game we're going to have a preview, the day before a game we're going to have a press conference, we're going to do a watch along, we're going to do a highlight show. Next week, I believe Mr. Steliaku is going to be doing his West Ham Weekly on a Monday. Back on Mondays, back on nights. We've got a members. We're going to do a members only show on Tuesday night. So if you want to become a member, hit the join button and feel free to join there. And then also, we may have. I'm hopeful we're going to get another sports star, not a footballer, but a sporting star on the channel as well, to do a sort of why I love West Ham, my Hammers 11, depending about how many times, how long we can get for him. He's a very, very busy man. So that'll be coming up. We've also got an appreciation night. We're bringing them back with Shedman, Nigel Khan, and the voice of London Stadium, Martin Godliman. So both of them, and we're doing it on Sir Jeff Hurst. So hopefully that will be next Wednesday. So we've got loads of stuff coming, and then we all start again with the games. It's just ongoing. This thing. Right. Do you reckon situation in Ukraine is a big reason to why it has been more off than usual? Always found probably back there, and it might be playing on his mind. No, I don't think so. Everyone's having a good moan at each other. Oh dear, anyway, I'm going to let you guys just moan. We talk to each other. We do. I mean, there is. You could set up Discord and then let people. We do have. There is a Discord as well. I'm sure one of the mods would let you know. As Stel just said. There we go. Do you say Minge 2 instead of Monge 2 like Del Boy? Minge 2, Marlene, Minge 2. Congrats to Revo. I've just seen on YouTube. Doesn't come up on my thing, but 7 months he's been a hammer. He's been a member of the West Ham network. So thank you so much, as always. Thank you. And if you want to become a member as well, hit that join button down there and look at the different membership tiers. As I said, our first members only show will be on Tuesday, and it'll be sort of a discussion show. But we're hoping to do some more of them. If you're not a member, you won't miss out on anything. Because it's all just to thank our members for being nice. I'm not getting involved in this chat. It's freaking windy. The shed needs refitting now, and the fence is a bit like our defence, shaky. Topical. I like it. Topical. Anyway, as Stel says, let's keep it civil. And then there's a little bit of discussion in the chat. I'm not really going to get involved. Let's keep it civil. We're all West Ham fans. Doesn't matter what side of the fence we are. Although that fence may have been blown over in the last sort of 3 or 4 hours. We're all West Ham fans, aren't we? And that's what's important. There's as we said, if you go back and listen to our interview with Bill Gardner yesterday, he says the same thing. It's whether you're on one side or the other, end of the day, you're claret and blue, and that's very, very true. Can you imagine if we get Rangers, the club should decline away tickets? Scotland's the only place I've had trouble. It was away to Celtic. And look at me. There's nothing. I don't say boo to a goose, but I was involved in some trouble there, that one. So, anyone seen the German? Yes. Indeed, go and check it out. And there's a great bit in that German where this massive wave basically goes front and crashes through the window. And there's this brilliant bit where he turns this bloke who's sitting at a table, and after it's crashed through and the water's pouring out, he goes, "Oh, I might get up now," and gets up and leaves. Absolutely love it. So funny. What do you think score will be tomorrow? I mean, we'll do the predictions to do it tonight for the actual preview show. I think we're going to win tomorrow. But I'm always half glass full type guy. Although Man is 3-3. Oh, a great game for the neutrals. Exactly. We will get a ban from Europe if we get Rangers. Yeah, Peter, why did they just sit? Yeah, I just watched this crash. Yeah, I love it. 2-1, 3-1, 2-1. Laura's curses again, saying we win 2-0, so away win it is then. Fair play. As I said, we'll have Anton will be back very, very shortly for the next couple of hours doing the press conference. So that'll be good. We'll also have the preview, the watch along, the highlight show, all that type of stuff. So I just want to say thanks to everyone who's come in and the chat, and it's been a bit fruity to the chat today, but hey ho, love it. Appreciate everyone. Everyone's opinion, everyone's a comment, just like arseholes. We all have one, and we can choose to talk about it if we want to or not. But anyway, as I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, all that good stuff. As I said, maybe look at becoming a channel member. Over 50 members on the West Ham Network Barmy Army, and I like to thank every one of them personally on each one of my shows. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Much love. Bye bye. Oh.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate,